Hiya.
Hello.
Welcome to the Geeky Girls Note podcast. I'm Cece, also known as Java Pearl.
I'm Dammy, also known as Dammy's Doodles.
My stitch markers are clinking together. And we're glad to have you today. Today is Wednesday the 7th of June, and this is episode 246. We'd like to say a big welcome back. We love you guys, to all our returning viewers, and a big hiya to any new viewers. Thanks for giving us a shot. We hope you enjoy the show. Dammy, we had some people introduce themselves in the Ravelry group this week. Why don't you give them a shout out?
Okay. Kim, who is Kimmel from Colorado. Sally, who is Party Girl from South Lanarkshire. Lanarkshire, I don't know how you say that. Scotland. And Cindy, who is Sleep Sleep Mom from upstate New York.
Welcome. We're glad to have you guys. Thanks for introducing yourselves. So, Dammy, if somebody is not a member of our Ravelry group, what should they do and why?
You should join and introduce yourself in our introductions thread because you will get a shout out on our next episode and you'll be able to participate in all our cows and giveaways. Owls and giveaways. Owls.
Well, we have a review today and I have several FOs again and we have prize winners to announce, even though they've already all claimed their prizes. Thank you. Thank you for checking your Ravelry PMs on June the 1st. Thank you. Everything was shipped out yesterday in the torrential downpour rain. Do you know that I had to like I needed Noah's Ark. That's how bad it was. The coffee shop I was at flooded and they kicked us out. Seriously. Anyway, we should probably get started. Here we go.
Now we're going to talk about what is on our needles.
What's on your needles?
I'm still working on my Hades scarf, which is on US 6's 4mm needles, and the yarn is Ginger's hand-dyed Sheepish Decay in the Moon River colorway. And so, skinny scarf, this is the back of it.
Which I think makes a beautiful picture anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really kind of reversible.
Mm-hmm. And I've got this much done. I don't know how many repeats that is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm on the 7th repeat.
Okay. And you're just going to go till you run out of yarn?
Yes, and I've not even made a dent in this, I don't think. So it's skinny, but it'll be nice and long and professional and businesslike. Don't you think a businessman would wear this scarf?
Yes.
Yes.
And he would sing in a very low voice.
Okay,
Hey down, Hades down.
That's not him singing that part.
I know, but that's the only song I could think of.
Oh.
You're going to cast on something else too.
Yes, I'm going to cast on the Incendiary by Karina Ferguson in Sarah's Texture Crafts. I can't remember the base.
It's on the table in
right
front of us.
in front of me. I can't remember the Donna 4-ply in the Rusty Gate colorway. It's tweed.
I love
the orange.
The little pops of the tweed. But yes, the different, it's so autumnal.
Yes.
And what does the Incendiary look like?
It's a scarf shawlette thing? I don't remember.
Is it kind of like your flame one?
Yes, but less scarfy and more wide, I think.
Okay. Scarfy.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Anything else?
No. So what are you working on?
Well, I'm still working on my zigzag blanket. This is the 10 stitch zigzag pattern by Frankie Brown. I'm on US 4's 3.5mm needles, and the yarn I'm using right now is Ginger's hand-dyed sheepish sock in the Liquid Sunshine colorway. I only have 2 more zigzags to go on this stripe.
Nice.
And then it's going to get packed until after we get moved back to the US. I did 5 zigzags yesterday.
That is a lot.
So hopefully I'll be able to get the last 2 done today, and then that will be ready to get packed, because we move in like 10 days or something. A week from Sunday. A week from right now, the hubs it should be done defending his dissertation. To the death. Have you guys said this? Did we talk about this before?
Yes, we put it in the show notes.
Oh, I did. About fighting to the death. And I was teasing the hubs yesterday. I was like, because he had a meeting with his supervisor. I was like, was he asking if you had your sword ready and where?
Are you prepared to die?
Are you prepared to die? And then I cast on a new project because I finished some other ones. So this is Kindred Spirit socks for me. And there will be Kindred Spirit socks for Tammy as well, because they're going to be shorty socks again. This is from my French Vanilla Cappuccino sock pattern, which you can get on Ravelry. And the modification I make is after the, because I knit toe up, after the heel, I knit like, maybe like 2.5-ish inches. And then bind off with Jenny's surprisingly stretchy bind off. And then the cuff rolls down. Kind of like, well, I have a pair of socks on right now like that. See how the cuff just rolls down? This is Pendy's Jewels Hot Chocolate with Pink Marshmallows from our book. And this is, oh yeah, Rusty Ferret Quadruple. It was a sock blank in the steampunk colorway. And it's cold here today, you guys, which is why we're all wrapped up. Anyway, okay, these are US 1.5, 2.5 mil needles, and the yarn is Adelaide Cottage Yarns Donegal in the Kindred Spirit colorway. This is one of her Anna Green Gables colors, and my bestie Jilly sent it to me because she knows how much I love Anna Green Gables. So I cast this on yesterday. I love it. Isn't that beautiful? And yes, that's a sonic screwdriver. I just love how it's knitting up. So I'm working on that. I did not touch the Outlander shawl design this week because I don't have brain space right now. Maybe I'll be able to do a little bit on it tonight. My brain is just like, oh, not behaving. That's everything.
Okay.
Because I finished a bunch of things. So let's move on to the next segment.
And now we're going to talk about her finished projects.
I was just getting the Stash Dash, my post for Stash Dash queued up so that I could tell you the meterage on each of these projects. So first up is my Preemie Hat number 24 for the year. As you can tell, I'm trying to use up this yarn before we leave. This is from my free top-down Preemie Hat pattern on Ravelry. It's on US 6's 4 mil needles, and the yarn is Janelle Baby 4-ply in the light blue and white colorways, and I just held them doubled to make a cute little hat. So that's like 3 hats, like the same in the last 2 weeks. And that was, no, clicked the wrong spot, 61.8 meters. I'm going to come back to this. I'm going to do the other one right quick first. So I finished my bestie Katie's, her little boy Noah, who's turning 6 this summer. I finished his 6th birthday socks. I used my French Vanilla Cappuccino sock pattern, and I just did not put a heel in so that they would be tube socks so that they would last him longer. This is on US 1.5, 2.5 mil needles, and the yarn is Third Vault Yarns Librarian Sock in the Espresso Campana colorway. That's the cuff and the toe. And Worcestershire Spinner's Signature 4-ply Cocktail Collection in the Blue Lagoon colorway. So this should give him plenty of room to grow over the next year before I make more socks for him. And this was 194.3 meters for Stash Dash, which is the knit along hosted by the Knit Girls, just in case you were wondering. And the final thing I finished is my Joss wrap. This is the Joss pattern by Libby Johnson, who is Truly Myrtle, her business name. I used US 5's 3.75 mil needles, and the yarn is Woolmy's Sock and Wool 80/20 Twin in the Nobody is Perfect colorway, and Woolmy's Wild Thing 80/20 Twin in the We're Different colorway. I'm going to take this off in just a minute, but I'm going to tell you how many meters this is. This was 1,006.9 meters. That's a lot of yarn, y'all. And so that brings me to 3,339.4 meters for Stash Dash. I am probably like 65% of the way to my goal. Because my base goal is 5,000. And then if I get more than that, that's just icing on the cake. So here it is. This thing is massive. I don't even know how we're going to show it to you completely. It smells really good because you soak in the thing. Okay, so it started out just itty bitty, and it's got this it's got a slip stitch just running the whole length of the way. So it was a bazillion stripes before you get to the first lace section.
You can see yourself.
Hi. And then you do more stripes. See, I found an end I forgot to weave in. I thought I had gotten them all, but I will do that. And then you have more lace. And then you have more stripes. And then you have more lace, and it decreases back down to a point. This thing is so massive, like, you're not even seeing all of it. And it's big enough that you can, like, cuddle up, wrap in it, or you can wear it like I was wearing it a couple of minutes ago. Well, maybe.
Ah. You hit me with it.
I'm sorry, I'm trying to wrap it around me, and it does not want to cooperate. Because it's just so big. There we go, maybe. Okay. I might have to not pack this and save it for the plane to wrap up in, because sometimes planes are cold.
Okay.
And it smells so good.
I hope it's not raining that day.
Why?
Because we'll be carrying all our luggage
But
to the airport.
no, but we're getting dropped off at the airport, remember?
Oh, yeah.
Some kind people from our church are dropping us off.
I forgot.
They're being very kind to us. So, and that's everything I finished. So, like 65% to my stash dash goal. Huzzah. I'm so glad I finished this. It's such a great pattern. It took me like 2 months to knit. But it's a fabulous pattern. And once you get through that first epic length of stripes, then it's like, then having the lace and then the stripes back and forth is kind of a nice, you're not helping me with a word.
I don't know what you mean.
Because you're not just knitting a million stripes anymore. You're getting to alternate back and forth.
Variegation?
No, like rhythm.
Sure.
You go one way and then the other way, and then you guys are shouting the word at me that I'm wanting. I don't know what it is. So
Alternation.
alternating, you get to alternate.
It's a nice alternation.
Alternation. That's gonna have to be the name of the podcast episode, in which it's a nice alternation. And that's everything I finished this week. So let's move on to the next segment. And now it's time for our favorite part of the show. Yummies. What are yummies, Jamie?
Yummies are our current favorite things, things we like, things we want to talk to you about.
Yummies. Do you have anything this week?
It's Tony week.
Oh yeah. We'll have to watch it on Monday.
Yeah, so everyone's in rehearsals for their Tony Awards performances.
So is Hamilton performing?
No, because it's the new shows of the season.
Oh, so but Great Comet is.
Mm-hmm.
Do we know what they're doing?
The Abduction and Balaga, I think. It's Balaga and the Abduction.
So it'll be
condensed.
like the thing that they did on
The Today Show.
yes, that. Hey Balaga, oh Balaga. Okay. Really our week has been like preparing for the move, so there's not a lot of yummies this week, although I did have a nice scone yesterday after I got kicked out of the first coffee shop because it flooded.
Oh, and a nice scone.
Well, I think the museum has them that we're going on Sunday, remember? We're having coffee with some of our church people after church on Sunday, and we're going to the
National Portrait Gallery.
they have a nice cafe in there, so we're going to go in there and have coffee and scones or whatever. Are they scones or scones?
Scones is the American pronunciation. Scone is the British.
Okay, because Rebecca said scone yesterday.
I think scone is the general American pronunciation, but I think scone might be a regional one too.
Or she could just eat so many that she now calls them scones.
Does she call these as vases?
I have no idea.
Okay.
but you color with crowns.
Crayons.
I have a new pattern coming out, you guys. This week and next week.
Ooh.
So many patterns, so little time. This is my brand new, the Dr. Donna sock pattern. It's Doctor Who inspired. So the yarn is from Mel of the Yarn Tree UK, and this is her Dr. Donna colorway. Are you guys ready? So it's a toe up and cuff down pattern, and it's primarily purled. So that is similar to my K9 Says Affirmative and my So Say We All Battlestar Galactica socks. Okay, here we go. Those colors, is that not Donna? It just screams Donna. So on the foot, we have regeneration energy because, you know, she regenerates into the Dr. Donna. But then she gets stuck in that loop. I wish I'd looked at the thing that she says. It's in the pattern.
She's talking about fixing the chameleon circuit.
Yeah, and then she just starts repeating everything over and over because her brain's going in overload. And so it's hard to show you. But they're these like...
It's almost like an optical illusion.
Yeah, they're these V's that just repeat over and over and over and over again on the front and the back of the leg. All the way up to the cuff.
I was going to try to show them at an
Yeah,
angle.
it's a real optical illusion. When I put in the pattern, I did a black and white photo of it because it's easier to see, but really it is like an optical illusion. But I
There,
love
that's
it.
kind of
Yeah, so you can
nice.
just see the V's. And like I said, it's toe up and cuff down.
And this yarn is sparkly.
It is sparkly, and it is just so Dr. Donna. So
I'll just cradle it.
this pattern is releasing tomorrow, which is today.
If you're watching this, the day it comes out.
Exactly. So, and I have a coupon code for y'all. For 25% off, use the code, all capital letters, Dr. Donna. And that's valid until this Sunday, the 11th of June. The image I've put on the screen has like the inspiration photo that Mel used when she dyed the yarn. So, another brand new Doctor Who pattern for y'all. That's 2 in 2 weeks. And then next week's new pattern will be the Indiebro Craft Crawl 2017 socks. Toe up and cuff down. I can't tell you the inspiration yet, but it's awesome. And we got to take a field trip for the photo shoot. So, that will be releasing next week. I have kitties on my nails. That's a yummy. Where is it? This one is sticking its tongue out at you. Can you see? Okay, that's yummy. Dr. Donna. The Dr. Donna socks, they will be live tomorrow, and 25% off with the coupon code Dr. Donna through Sunday the 11th. Okay, do we have anything else for Yummies?
I don't think so.
Because it's not yummy to pack. It's not. It's just not. And it's not yummy for people to say they're going to come pick up something from Free Cycle and never show up. It makes me very unhappy. Dammy, do not say you're going to pick up something and not show up. I'm
already here.
I'm giving it to you out of the kindness and generosity of my heart. And you're not taking it.
You don't sound very generous there.
Well, if they actually showed up when they said they were going to, I would be very kind and generous. When they don't show up, though, it makes me mad. And that is not yummy. Let's talk about hashtag GGKRaftyPad, because that makes me happy. That makes me happy. So, Dammy, what is hashtag GGKRaftyPad?
It stands for Geeky Girls Knit Crafty Photo a Day Challenge. We have a list of photo prompts for each month.
Were you stealing my sock?
No.
It was like over on her leg. She was trying to steal it before I even knit it for
I
her.
didn't touch it. Now I don't know where I was.
We'll start over again.
It stands for Geeky Girls Knit Crafty Photo a Day Challenge. We have a list of photo prompts for each month, so you take a look at the prompt for that day, take a picture related to it, and post it anywhere you like, but we pick our favorites from Instagram.
This month's theme is summertime and the living is easy.
Ow.
We're not to that part yet. But yes, that is the theme for this month. So, Dammy, what are we about to show them?
2 photos from us that we liked and 5 photos from other people that we liked.
Here come the photos. So those were our favorite photos. Great job, everybody. It's never too late to join in. Just take a look at the prompt for the day. Today's prompt, when we're recording this, is heat. What am I going to post? I'm going to say, wrapped up. I'm so thankful that I finished my Joss wrap and so I could wrap up in it because there is no summer heat in Edinburgh today. So I will have posted that by the time this goes live. So anyway, you take a look at the prompt. You interpret it however you want. We're totally fine with however you interpret things. Post the photo on Instagram. Make sure you use the hashtag GGKCraftyPad in your caption, and yours might get chosen. All right, Dammy, we have an upcoming event we're attending.
Yes.
Our final event in Edinburgh before we move, literally the next day.
It is the 2017 Edinburgh Craft Crawl on Saturday, the 17th of June. That is next Saturday.
A week and a half.
And it's going to be from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. with 8. No.
4, 5, 6. Yeah, 8 plus Hema.
8 different places, and there will be a pop-up market and an after party at Hema.
That's where we'll be.
We're going to be.
And there's lots of really cool raffle prizes that Jess has been talking about. We donated 2. We donated 2 different ones of, so 2 people win one of our coffee project bags and an ebook copy of our brand new book. We're also going to have a special deal. So we have a few copies of the new book. We have several of the new project bag, and then we'll have just digital download codes as well. But if you purchase a collection of all 4 of the Edinburgh yarn/craft crawl patterns, sock patterns that I've designed, so we'll have a special price on those. I'm not sure what it is yet, but we'll know by then. If you purchase all 4 of them, you'll get a free project bag while supplies last. We also have a little bit of stuff left, like display stuff, like mannequin feet and wooden feet. If you're interested in that, go look for the D-Stash thread in our group, because you'd be welcome to pick those up at Hema, so you don't have to worry about shipping charges, and that would make it easier for us as well. So, but yes, it'll be our last event, 10 to 6. We'll leave shortly after that, because less than 12 hours after that we'll have to be at the airport to fly out. Fun times. Well, we've done a little bit of reading and TV watching, so let's move on to the next segment.
Now we're going to talk about what we are reading and watching.
And listening to.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. So what are you reading?
I'm still reading The Handmaid's Tale by Margaret Atwood. I don't know. I'm not really into it right now. I don't know if I have the brain space for it, so I might start reading something else.
You should read something like fun. So, very lighthearted and such. I think that's a good idea. Okay, well, I finished reading some things. So I finished reading Soul Bear, Stories of Redemption. It was a collection of essays. Very, very good. Enjoyed it a lot. Highly recommend it. So I was like, well, do I want to start another nonfiction? I was like, well, let me try this one. So this book is called At Home in the World, Reflections on Belonging While Wandering the Globe by Tish Oxenreider.
Is there not an I?
No.
Oh.
TSH. Tish. That's her name. I've been following Tish's work for a number of years. She's been blogging forever, and she's been podcasting forever as well. She has the Art of Simple podcast. I think has it been 2 years ago? 3 years ago? I cannot remember. But she and her husband and their 3 kids took a trip around the world during the school year. So for 9 months they traveled. So this book is more like a memoir. It's not here's what you need to do to travel around the world with your kids. It's just more of a memoir of the journey and such, and I'm really enjoying it. It doesn't take a lot of brain space because it's like the chapters are broken down by like places. So like I've read China, I've read Hong Kong. I think I'm ready for Taiwan is the next one.
Hong Kong is in China.
Like they went to like the Great Wall, that area, and then they went to Hong Kong. I believe that's right. Anyway, it's really, really interesting, and I really, really love her podcast as well. She has 3 co-hosts that each come on a different week of the month, and they talk about books, they talk about travel, and they talk about home. And then the 4th week is usually a guest. Anyway, I love Tish's work. I followed her when they took this trip. So anyway, I'm enjoying the book. I didn't get to read anything new in The Shadow of Night by Deborah Harkness, reading it in real time this week. I think it's not until after we move is the next chapter. I'll have to check and look. But fiction-wise, I finished reading book 3 of the Legends of Merwood series by Jeff Wheeler. And then I started the next series, which is called The Covenant of Merwood by Jeff Wheeler. And I read books 1 and 2, and I just started book 3 last night when I had insomnia. So these are like fantasy world. There's some magic, but set in it's fictional world. It's not like set in like real world, but I'm trying to decide when they would be set. I mean, it's like there's kings and queens but it's not like, well, because of magic they have like running water and such, but candles instead of like electricity, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, these are Kindle Unlimited books and I'm really enjoying them, especially like last night when I was finishing book 2, there was characters from the first series of Jeff's that I read that made an appearance, which was really cool to see this tied together. I mean, all these series take place in the same world, but like time has passed and such. So anyway, I'm really, really enjoying it. So if you're looking for a fantasy read, go check out Jeff Wheeler's stuff on Kindle Unlimited. Okay, TV. No, I need to start because you're not watching this. The Hubs and I are watching Andromeda. We finished season 1 and now we're watching season 2. Yeah. And there keeps being characters from different shows that we're watching in other shows, and it's very confusing.
Characters or actors?
Actors, I'm sorry. Actors, and it's kind of confusing. I'm like, wait. Like, because the purple girl in Andromeda was in Wind Calls the Heart, and it's very confusing for my brain. What else are we watching, Tammy?
We finished rewatching season 3 and are now rewatching season 4, the last season of Sanctuary.
I think we have like 9 episodes left or something, so we'll finish that before we move. So it's as a mama who has carried a baby in pregnancy, the werewolf lady, I can't think what her name is, Erica, but having to be pregnant for like 22 months, I was like, holy crap, no. That's like longer than an elephant, isn't it? How long is an elephant pregnant?
Why would I know?
Because it's trivia. Let's ask Siri.
Let's not ask Siri.
Siri, how long is an elephant's pregnancy?
Coming right up. The answer is 1.7 to 1.8 years.
How many months is that?
20 to 22 months.
It's as long as an elephant.
Craziness. Okay. And then I am watching When Calls the Heart, which I talked to y'all about last week. I finished watching seasons 1 and 2, and I was in season 3. Because I did too much the other day. What day was that?
The day you wanted to paint.
Oh, yeah, we're having to repaint our flat. And I did too much, and so I ended up spending the next 2 days on the couch knitting and marathoning When Calls the Heart. And it's so good. I love it. If you're looking for a really clean series like that to watch with your family, it's set in the Canadian West in the early 1900s.
They say sorry.
Mm-hmm. And it's, I just love it. I just love it. It's based on Jeanette Oakes' When Calls the Heart series, the Canadian West series. So, and then Doctor Who series 10. Okay. What was it called? The End of Time? At the end of...
No.
End of the World?
I don't know.
Something. Anyway. Was anyone else freaking out thinking the Doctor had been brainwashed? I was freaking out. And then the regeneration energy, I was like, wait, no, he's not supposed to regenerate till the end of the series. And so I was freaking out. Holy crap, there's lots of exclamation points in the show notes, if you could see them. And then the Doctor's creepy smile and maniacal laugh. I was like, oh my God, what's going on here? And then Missy! She is giving up being bad cold turkey. Oh my gosh, that cracked me up. I was laughing so hard. Okay, now then, towards the end where they're all wearing headphones and Bill is like telling them that the monks are lying to them and repeating it. It's repeating over and over so that they stay focused on the mission. Who still has a cassette tape Walkman? That's what the guy's thing was broken because it got shot, the power thing, and it was a cassette tape Walkman. Who still has those?
The Doctor, apparently.
I mean, why do they not just load it on their iPod or iPhones or digital devices? I was very confused. And next week, the Ice Warriors. I'm kind of excited. So, I mean, this week's episode was okay. It wasn't like the best of the series, but it was okay. All right, music. I am still listening to the Spotify CC and Dammy Love Musicals playlist on repeat, usually, and catching up with podcasts. That's what I've been listening to. What have you been listening to?
The Great Comet.
Yeah, the original Broadway cast album. Yep. You guys should know by now. That's what we listen to. Mm-hmm. All right, that's everything. So I think we are ready to talk about some owls. Let's go.
And now we're going to talk about the end of our March, April, May Sheepy Spring Owl.
Yes. Okay, so this ended last Thursday, and we PM'd all the prize winners, but we told you we would tell you who the prize winners were on the podcast this week. But first, Dammy, tell us who finished projects the last day.
Okay. A1 Dawan, Absinthe 200, Andy, Chiefy, Crafty Textile Lady, Philippa MC, JP Music 15, Junip, Karen Louise 59, Katie Did What One, Cat Wings, Knit Central, Knit Crazy Kate, Knitter Chow, Long Tall Katie, Lucy J. Will, Muzzer Z, MVA 5493, Piper's Mom, Ramona Firehorse, Saratoga Knitting, Shirley Knits 123, and The Zincha.
Great job, everybody. Okay, so first let's say a huge thank you. We love you guys to all of our sponsors. Thanks for donating prizes. If you want to see more information about the prizes, pictures, links, go to
geekygirlsknit.com.
All right, so we've heard back from all of these winners already. Thank you so much for responding to the PMs so quickly. It made life so much easier that I could just take everything to the post office yesterday and I don't have to try to fit stuff in my suitcase to bring it back to the U.S. with us. Okay, so do you want me to say the prizes? You say the winners?
Sure.
Okay, so let's talk through the prizes. First up, we had a set of 6 sheep stitch markers donated by Ann Tudor. The winner is
Number 289, Gemma Bell.
Next up, we have 3 skeins of Fiber Lady Macacot in the relaxing colorway donated by Jilly, Vegan Jilly.
Number 497, VT Kimmy Kim.
Yep. Next up, we have Fantasy Yarn and Blue Sea stitch markers donated by Gothica Yarns.
Number 705, Jam and to Knit.
Then we have from Knitting in France a set of blue tulip stitch markers.
Number 100, Skyly Knits.
Then we have a 3-in-1 special needle charm and stitch holder from us.
Number 485, Owls and Orchids.
Then we have a Gnome Acres key skein and Susan Bates finishing needles from Kelly Cron.
Number 374, Ramona Firehorse.
Then we have a skein of yarn of the winner's choice from Napier's Knits on Etsy.
Number 164, Nitty Moomin.
Then we have a spring-themed project bag from Georgiana of the Stitching Plaza on Etsy.
Number 762, A1 Darwin.
Then we have a set of inspirational progress keepers, also from Georgiana of the Stitching Plaza on Etsy.
Number 192, She's Knitting Socks.
Then we have a keychain, zipper pull, and stitch marker necklace set from Sarah Little Angel SG2.
Number 728, Knitter Chow.
And finally, we have a copy of the Mommy's Tunic pattern from Monique, who is Windswept Monique.
Number 128, Ingrid Stoka.
So congratulations to Gemma Bell, VT Kimmy Kim, Gemma to Knit, Skyly Knits, Owls and Orchids, Ramona Firehorse, Nitty Moomin, A1 Dalwin, She's Knitting Socks, Knitter Chow, and Ingrid Stoka. Your prizes are on the way, or you may have already received them for ones we didn't send. So with that ending, let's talk about our new owl. Now we're going to talk about our June, July, August, summertime and the living is easy.
Owl.
Yes. So this started on the 1st of June, so last week, and it runs through the 31st of August. It's for any project you knit, crochet, weave, or spin that you can convince us relates to summertime. Our major rule is no whips are allowed. So start your project June 1st or later and finish by the 31st of August. But feel free to poly dip in other owls. That's totally fine as long as you meet the rules. So you could be doing this. You could be doing our awesomest owl in the galaxy. You could be doing Stash Dash with the Knit Girls. You could be doing the Around Your Neck cowl with Diane of Suburban Stitcher. I think the Pal cowl is about to start or has started, the podcaster cowl. Anyway, there's zillions of owls out there, because not everybody has chosen to embrace our owl language yet. I think you should. Okay, prizes. First off, thank you so much to our sponsors for donating prizes. Love you guys. Thanks so much. If you are interested in donating a prize, you can PM me, Java Pearl, on Ravelry or email us at
geekygirlsknit@gmail.com.
That's right. It's the first podcast of the month, so we're going to talk about the prizes in detail. If you want to see closer up photos of them and or links to the donors, go to
geekygirlsknit.com.
We have the prizes we told you last week, plus we have a new one. So you want me to start?
Sure.
So first off, we have Rainbow Heart stitch markers from Ann Tudor.
A Books project bag from the Stitching Plaza on Etsy.
We have a TARDIS pouch and Shakespeare stitch markers, also from the Stitching Plaza on Etsy.
A skein of Blacker Yarns Tamar DK in the Laren colorway.
A Wonder Woman pouch from Sam of Knit Run Dig.
Lego stitch markers from Kimmery's Knit Knacks.
That's on Etsy, I believe, as well.
Yes.
The winner's choice of a skein of platinum or sparkle yarn on any repeatable colorway from Diana of Love Bugs Yarns on Etsy. And the new prize is
a skein of yarn of the winner's choice from Napier's Knits on Etsy.
That's Kimberly. So that's all the prizes. Okay, so you must be a member of the Geeky Girls Knit podcast group on Ravelry to participate. Every project you finish and post in the FO thread counts as one entry into the giveaways. The social media hashtag is hashtag GGKSummertime17. We'll lock the FO thread the morning of the 1st of September and draw winners on the next podcast after that. You will have 30 days to claim your prize or you forfeit it. There is a chatter thread in the group to encourage each other along the way. And we have a few FOs already, Yamis. So who finished projects this week?
Knit Central, Knit Live Love, and Little Angel SG2.
Great job, everybody. All right, we have one more owl to talk about.
And now we're going to talk about our awesomest owl in the galaxy.
Yes, so we are co-hosting this with Jilly, who is Vegan Jilly on Ravelry of the Knitting Broomstick podcast. It started on the 1st of May and runs through the 30th of June. It's for any project you knit, crochet, weave, or spin that you can convince us relates to space. Again, our major rule is no whips. Start your project May 1st or later and finish by the 30th of June. Also, feel free to poly dip in any other owls as long as it fits the rules. So a huge thank you, lots of love to our sponsors. We announced the prize winners for all the prizes that we were shipping last week. And again, thank you to everyone who checked their Ravelry PMs on the 1st of June and claimed their prize. All those prizes have been shipped out yesterday. But we have prizes that either Jilly is shipping or I thought we had one the sponsor was shipping, but I don't think we do now. So all of these Jilly is shipping. So those will be the first podcast in July. We will draw prize winners for these ones. But if you would like to know more about the prizes, you can go to
geekygirlsknit.com.
So let's talk about the prizes we have not awarded yet. So we have a skein of Mint Rain hand-dyed yarn in the twist sock base in the Jedi Were Real Star Wars inspired colorway, donated by Jilly.
A skein of Pandia's Jewels snug base in the It's Them Aliens I'll Bet My Pension Doctor Who inspired colorway from Jilly. These are all from Jilly.
They are all from Jilly. Then we have a Doctor Who inspired River Song 11th Doctor project bag made by Addicted to Sock Knitting with fabric designed by Julia of Pandia's Jewels.
A Doctor Who inspired Exploding TARDIS project bag by SoFlo.
And a Pink Kitty project clutch by Madbird. So those prizes will be awarded the first week of July. Every project you finish and post in the FO thread, which is in our group, counts as one entry into the giveaways. You have to be a member of both Ravelry groups, the Geeky Girls Knit group and the Knitting Broomstick group on Ravelry to participate. The chatter thread is in Jilly's group. The hashtag is AwesomeestGGKTKB. And again, you'll have 30 days to claim your prize if you are a winner when we announce the other prize winners. And some people finished stuff this week, so why don't you give them a shout out?
Okay. A1 Darwin, Angie Ann, DG White, Dueling Needles, Frymeister, Jenny Am I, JP Music 15, Junip, Karen Louise 59, Catwings, Knit Central, Knit Live Love, Knitter Chow, Little Angel SG2, She's Knitting Socks, Siberian Cat, and the VFB.
Great job, everybody. So keep working on those projects and you might win a prize. All right, let's move on to the next segment.
Now it's time for Ask the Geeky Girls, a part of our show where you ask us things and we try to answer them.
Yes. So what is this week's question, Dami?
This week's question comes from Rhonda, who is Dueling Needles from Pennsylvania. This question is for both of you. When knitting your socks, do you count the rows so that you have perfectly matched sock lengths, or do you just measure to know when to put in the heel and start the cuff?
I'm anal. I count. So that is why I have this progress keeper right here, because that is the first row of the foot. And then I will, when I get to the heel, so I have one of those, I can't think of the name of it. Sockies? Soxies. It's a wooden foot that has measurements on it. So I'll put it in and I knit to the measurement that I know, but then I count the rows and write them down. And then I do my heel and then I put this thing back in and then I count the rows for the leg. What do you do?
I just measure because I can't deal with counting all the rows.
I can't have it even one row off. It messes with my brain.
Yeah, so mine are probably a couple rows off, but I don't notice because I don't count them.
So what about y'all? Do you count or do you measure?
And actually on the leg, I don't even measure. I fold it, and because I make the length, because like it folds right at the middle of the heel, so I make the length of the leg line up to the end of the toe. So I don't even measure it. I just fold it. I'm like, okay, time to do the cuff.
cannot deal with it. That was a really good question from Rhonda. So yeah, y'all tell us in the episode thread on Ravelry what you do. Okay, Dammy, if somebody has a question for us, they should do what?
Go to our Ask the Geeky Girls thread in our Ravelry group and post it.
And we will answer it as soon as we can. All right, well, we have a review, so let's move on.
And now we have a review.
Yes, we are going to be reviewing Filament magazine, issue number 3, the summer 2017 issue. Can you see there's water there? So it's making it washed out.
Washed out.
Washed out. So this was sent to us by my friend Kathleen, who I am in Tara Swiger's.
Tara, because she's a star.
Yes. Tara Swiger's Starship program with. And so that's how I met Kathleen. And her friend Anne, they work together on this magazine, and it's fabulous. So this issue was inspired by the ocean. Things you would enjoy wearing in warm weather. Linen and cotton yarns in a bluesy palette. They give you stripes and lace and stripes of lace. That's so funny. Okay, so there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 items. Can you see that? I love that they do this and draw it and give you a little thing about it. Okay, so
No, there are 8.
1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, there are 8. I lied. I cannot count.
Down, don't flip.
I know. Okay. So first up is the Breakers shawl. It's a top-down triangle shawl with lace worked in Halcyon Newport linen. It's really, really pretty. I love that they have the stuff, like the patterns first, and the pictures first and then the pattern when I'm doing it in a physical book. But digital, it makes it harder because you have to like scroll. So this is a light fingering weight. It's done on US 4s, 3.5 mil needles. One of the Newport summer cottages, the Breakers, has been a glamorous pile for one of the Vanderbilts since 1895. 3 ropes of antique diamonds seemed the right amount of bling for this shawl. When you're a Vanderbilt, you don't need to shout. Everything is finished with a beautiful knitted on edging. It's really lovely. It's really light. And so it would be perfect for like cool summer nights. Yeah, so that's the Breakers. Then we have Cabana, which is very intriguing to me, the construction. It's a center start stole with lace sides in 3 colors of Cascade Ultra Pima. So that's like the drawing right there. So
You can zoom in.
well, I think it shows it more back here when I get to the pattern. Sorry for the flipping, you guys. I have to like scroll through. Okay, so there you can kind of see it. So this is done with a decate weight yarn on US 6's 4 mil needles. Okay, so their description says, changing tints of the early 20th century and colorful waves lapping at the shore spring to mind with Cabana. This blanket shawl is first worked from the center out in the round, then each wing is worked back and forth separately to its gently ruffled conclusion. I am just so intrigued by this construction. So you knit this square in the round, and then you work that way for the wings. How intriguing is that? I don't know. I'm really, really intrigued by the construction. And it would be like this joss wrap, so it would be big to wrap around you. Okay, page 17 is the next one I need once I get back up here to the photo. Sorry. I really am intrigued. Sorry.
Are you Canadian?
I am. I'm being Canadian today. It's because I've been watching so much When Calls the Heart. Okay, next up. I love this. I would just lengthen it. This is the Down Drift. It's a seamless sleeveless top with lace in Classic Elite Yarns soft linen. What do you think of this one, Dammy?
I like it.
I
have a favorite pattern, but
Okay.
I haven't gotten to it yet.
I like the ribbon detail right there. Okay, so let me scroll back here.
17.
There we go. So, This is done in a decate weight yarn on US 5's 3.75 mil needles. It has 6 sizes, 6 bust sizes. Okay, it says this women's camisole inspired top is knit from the bottom hem up to the underarms. The body is then divided and each half is worked separately. The bottom features a simple eyelet rib pattern, while the top is worked in stockinette stitch. The scooped neckline and arm openings are trimmed with a picot edge. A row of eyelets between the lace and stockinette portions of the body may be used to trim the top with pretty ribbon. I love that detail. So if I was knitting it, I would just make it longer. So I would keep going before I started this stockinette part to make it longer. Oh yeah, that kind of shows the lace. I think it's beautiful. Okay, 20 is the page I need next. Okay, right? Yeah. Okay, so next up we have the sock pattern that's in this issue. This is called Driftwood. It's a toe-up sock pattern with lace knit in Woolly Wonka Fibers Rhiannon. I think this would be a good pattern for men or women. Mm-hmm. Because, you know, sometimes it just doesn't...
20.
Trying to get there. There we go. So, and they say it. These unisex socks are worked from the cuff top down to the toe. The cuffs are worked with a 1x2 ribbing. They feature a short row heel and a simple textured cable pattern on the leg. The pattern is also worked on the top of the foot with a plain stockinette sole. This is in 3 sizes, knit on US 1's 2.25 mil needles. It's got a simple lace chart, and it's beautiful. I really like it. Other than the page has gone away. I don't know what happened to it. Anyway, that was the next one. Okay. All right, next up we have the Ebb and Flow, a seamless cardigan with lace yoke and sleeves in Classic Elite Yarns Firefly. I think this is stunning. So beautiful. Okay. It is in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 sizes. It's done with a sport weight yarn on US 5's 3.75 mil needles. This women's cardigan sweater features a simple lace pattern on the yoke and sleeves. Its A-line shape is created via increases along the body side seams. The sweater is cast on at the top neckline and knit through the yoke, which is shaped with make-one increases between the eyelet lace pattern bands. Stitches for the sleeves are placed on hold, and the stockinette body is worked down to the bottom hem. So it'd be easy to lengthen it if you wanted something longer. The sleeve stitches are then picked up, and the eyelet lace pattern is continued onto the elbow-length sleeves. Garter stitch front bands finish off the simple shape with button closures at the yoke. So you can see the lace pattern there. Sorry about that. We had technical difficulty. My fault. Okay, so that was the Ebb and Flow cardigan, which I think it's perfect for summer, just because those like cool nights when you just need just a little bit on you. Okay, then we have another shawl pattern called the Estuary. It's a top-down triangle shawl in 2 colors of Blacker Yarns Lioness.
This is my favorite pattern.
It's beautiful. So, let me get back here to the pattern so I can tell you about it. Almost there, almost there. Okay. This is knit on fingering weight yarn in US 6's 4 mil needles. The elongated triangular shaped shawl is knit from the center back neck down to the bottom hem. It is shaped with the use of knit front and back increases as well as yarn overs to create this very wearable shape. So there is that. Let me see if there's... no. So, that, I mean, it's beautiful. Mm-hmm. I really like the edging of it. Can you see that? The alternating colors. Very, very nice. Okay, and then we have... Did that one. Okay, then we have the Fleur de Sel. It's an end-to-end rectangular scarf with lace in Lang Filo. This would be beautiful for like a summer wedding. Get back here to the details. Almost there. Okay, so this is knit with sport weight yarn on US 4's 3.5 mil needles. This term, Fleur de Sel, is so poetic, but in reality, salt forms rectangular crystalline blocks, whether harvested from the earth or gathered from shallow ponds by the edge of the sea. The scarf combines the romance of Fleur de Sel in the pretty lace panels with the literal block structure of salt. Capped off with a lovely edging that is surprisingly easy to work, you'll be ready to step out into the salty breeze in no time. I think this is really, really pretty. Let's see.
Zoom in.
The edging is really, really nice. That's lovely. Okay, and I think we have one more pattern. Yes, the final pattern. I think this is my favorite, even though I don't know if I would ever wear it. Okay, so this is the French line pattern. It's a seamless top-down drawstring skirt in Quince & Co. Sparrow. I love this detail there. All right, let me get back here to the details about it. Okay, so this is in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 sizes. It's knit with fingering weight yarn on US 1 2.25 mil and US 2 2.75 mil needles. Whether crossing the Atlantic or crossing the street, French line is the perfect summer skirt to keep you cool and elegant. Drawstring waist is easy to knit and secure to wear. 6 pearl fabric.
What? Where?
Gores?
Yeah.
Gores at the lower edge add a subtle flair to the hem. Bon voyage. It's beautiful. I don't know how it would look on me. But I love that detail down there at the bottom. I had no idea that's what it was called. Gores. So, and then they end with an abbreviation and stitches and photos of everything. I think my favorite is French line.
Mine is Estuary.
But I also really like the down drift sleeveless top. I would just lengthen it. And I am still just so intrigued by Cabana. The construction of it, I'm just like, oh my goodness, this is just amazing. So that was Knit Filament magazine. No, not Knit Filament. That's their website, knitfilament.com. It's Filament magazine, issue number 3, summer 2017 issue. Beautiful. Thank you so much to Kathleen and Anne for sharing it with us so we could tell you about it. What do you see? What do you say?
I liked it.
I liked it too. You should definitely check it out. If you're looking for a great summer knit, they have you covered from head to toe. Well, not head, from neck to toe.
Neck to knee.
No, because there were socks.
Oh.
Neck to toe. No hats. Yeah. So check it out, and we're so grateful that we were able to review it because it's an awesome magazine. All right, let's move on to the next segment. And that's the end of the episode. Thanks so much for being here with us today. A few announcements. Our virtual assistant, Deb, who is Science Knitster on Ravelry, is continuing to host striations along in the Java Pearl Designs Ravelry group. She finished her first one, and it was subtle grays, and it was so beautiful. And now she's doing a variegated one that is stunning. Oh my gosh. So this...
You were zipping your yarn.
I just saw that. I was trying to close my project bag, and I'm zipping the yarn in it. This started on the 1st of May and runs through the 31st of July. So go check that out in the Java Pearl Designs Ravelry group. Upcoming podcast dates. Next week's episode, episode 247, will be a day late on Friday, the 16th of June. Unless it's a super short episode and I'm able to get it up Thursday evening. We will just have to see how that goes. The Hub's Viva, where he defends his dissertation, is a week from today, Wednesday, the 14th, and we will not be recording on that day. Okay? And then the week after that, episode 248, will most likely be 1 to 2 days later than normal, depending on jet lag and how we feel after moving. So stay tuned to Ravelry, and we'll keep you updated on that. We'd like to say a humongous thank you. We love you guys so much, to everyone who supports the podcast, especially those who support us financially. Shipping is expensive. When I went to the post office yesterday, it was like, I think it was 75 pounds to ship everything out. So thank you to those of you who help us financially. The main way you can do that is Patreon, which is a site where you pledge a certain amount every month to your favorite creatives, and you earn rewards based on your level. If you'd like to know more about that, you can go to
patreon.com/geekygirlsnit.
What's another way, Dami?
We have a PayPal button in the sidebar of our website if you'd like to make a one-time donation.
Yes. And then we're Amazon.com and .co.uk affiliates. If you go to our website first and then click through to Amazon, Amazon gives us a little money back based on what you purchase. It doesn't cost you anything extra, and it's a great way to support the podcast doing something you would be doing anyway. So you can find out more about all those things and find us online at
geekygirlsnit.com, and there are links to everywhere else we are online: YouTube, iTunes, Ravelry, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, etc.
That's right. Well, with that, we'll say goodbye. We hope you have a lovely rest of your week. Remember, the podcast will be a day late next week. And keep us in your thoughts and prayers, especially the Hubs, as he defends his dissertation on Wednesday. Happy knitting, and we'll talk to you next week. Bye.
Bye.
Time is ticking, keeps on ticking, time is ticking away. Time is ticking, keeps on ticking, time is ticking away. Whoa, wait a minute. Name that song. You get points that
Don't matter.
don't matter. Do you know what song I was singing? The clock reminded us, because we had to paint the walls, so we took the clock down, so we put it on the shelf so we could still see what time it is. DC Talk, Time is Ticking Away. I don't even know when it came out. When I was like Dami's age, probably.
Scroll down. Oh, it usually says the year next to the copyright.
I would like to say 1994. Maybe.
Sure.
Sometime in the 90s, I'm fairly certain. Time is ticking away. It's lunchtime, so we're going to go.